Welcome in, everybody. This isn't the right. I always do this. I always go to this one, but it's the wrong one every fucking time. Welcome in, everybody. And welcome to the South Park Phone Destroyer weekly update for week number 33 of year 2. Welcome in, everybody. We just learned that one of our viewers in chat grew up 7 miles from us. So we'll have to figure out who that might be. I wonder if we've ever met. We'll talk on Discord or something like that. If you're not already part of the Discord, make sure you join it. Welcome in, everybody. Remember a story about flaming hot Cheetos. Maybe? I'd have to be reminded, dude. I don't remember shit from high school. Oh, fuck, yes! No, I know what you're talking about. That, oh my god, yes. So we're friends on Facebook. All right, we'll figure it out later. Welcome in, everybody. CloudChucker. CloudChucker. It's for the Coon. The giveaway today is for the Coon. If you want to join, exclamation point. Terrible to enter because he's terrible. Exclamation point terrible. Coon is literally the worst card in the game. I hate him. He is a fat cocksucker. Look at that. You see his nose? You want to know why his nose is shaped that way? It's so it goes in the butthole while he's tonguing somebody's balls from behind. Coon is the worst. He's just fucking terrible. He's 5 cost. He should be worth 2, and I still wouldn't fucking play him. No, that's if he was 2, he might be pretty good. When is the Coon gonna get sent out? You know what? Probably at the same time that I send out Pegs-a-Lot's Randy and Caffeinated Beans Angel. I am a serial procrastinator, guys. I think you know that. But tonight we got the Coon. I'm pretty excited. This one isn't the holographic version. We do have the holographic version, but we'll be giving that away at a later date. Don't forget, we have all sorts of them. We got Man Bear Pig. We got Satan, who for the first time in a long time might be picked for Team Wars this week. We got Awesemo. We got the Coon. This is the legendary version. It's got a little shimmer, a little shake, shimmer, and shine to it. We got the Master Ninja in the house. We got Mecha Timmy, just like our deck. Lots of legends. We also got that Angel Wendy, who doesn't make much sense. Why are you here? Pocahontas Randy, of course we already got that, and then we have Stan and Mini Moons, and my favorite card, the Mysterion. The reason it's my favorite, I don't know if you guys can really get it pulled through on the video, but you can see the rain coming down on the card. You can see the rain coming down, so it's pretty great. All right, Private, we'll chat later. That's so funny you mentioned that story. There were some people that thought that was real. They were messaging me and there's like, bro, is this really happening to you? You need a gun? Like, are you okay? That will never not be funny to me that people thought that was real. Anyway, nobody else knows what I'm talking about. But we also re-upped the fucking Google Play ones come in 3s and the iTunes ones comes in 4s. Fucking assholes. But fucking leave it to Apple to get another $10 out of me somehow. These fucking assholes. Need the ending of that story, sir? Oh man, I dropped that. Ah, fuck. I had it planned out for, man, I had that thing planned. So I'm gonna explain it to everybody. A long time ago, when Donald Trump just got elected president, I started doing this stupid thing on Facebook where I was like writing a story as if the world was ending. Like, I started out like day 1 of Trump presidency, everything's going just fine, and then by day 7 it was the apocalypse. And I was writing it because I got the idea from this other thing online. I got this idea from this other thing online where they found a notebook, and the notebook was just they go to like another world and they find a notebook, and the notebook was describing the end of the world to them because of somebody's journal. And so I thought it was the same idea, like I'll use these Facebook posts as if it's like my journal, and then you smash them all together. But people started like following it, and if I was a day late, they'd be like, yo, where's the story, man? I gotta know what happens. I gotta know if you're gonna die. And it was just it was a whole lot of fun. And I did it for like, God, I probably did it for a month or two. I think it was like day 30 something when it ended, but yeah, shit got crazy. Like I had notebooks full of character arcs, and I had storylines figured out in my head, and I had it figured out for probably, I could have gone for 2 more weeks probably daily, but it was tough. But yeah, enough of the reminiscing. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you being here. We're going to get into the weekly update, which, as the title suggested, was the start of free-to-playcation. Free-to-placate, I guess. But we did catch Illuminated and Free-to-Pain. We were obviously trying to catch chefs, and when we didn't catch chefs, we did a competition where whoever could win the fastest in Team Wars got something, $10 or something. I can't remember. 20. I can't remember. Somebody fronted the money for it, and so whoever won the fastest got money. And so we had a couple people lose. They took the first bar and they went for the second, and then they got fucking hyper pushed with the SE, the sexy nun Randy, and then the Dar, and then the fucking Bradley was the murder she wrote at the end. So people died when they shouldn't have. So we got a couple losses, but I think we only lost 4 total, so not a big deal. So we still took Illuminated down, and Free-to-Pain, honestly, if we're trying to snipe teams that should be playing up at 50, which is part of the intention of this. I'll explain the intentions of why we ran 48 this week. I'll explain it to you guys in a little bit here, but of everybody we could have fought, Illuminated is definitely up on that list of people that we wanted to Broden's one of the ones I was talking about. People that you wanted to try to match up, because Illuminated should be running 50. There's no reason they shouldn't be. They're fucking like the 11th team or something right now, 12th, 13th or something like that, which they've achieved because they could win brackets by 700 points with 5,100 points, right? So goal accomplished, sort of, but really this is free-to-playcation. We've been playing the game for 2 years. A lot of us have been in free-to-play whales throughout the whole thing. It gets pretty tiring when you're constantly, one loss decides it, and for the most part it's a fucking disconnect. Dude, I don't know what the fuck Chefs is doing. They only ran 43 this last week, but I think Chefs are the type of people who, like, when they saw us run 48, they would have people not finish their run so that they showed less runs, so that next time we run 43 thinking they're running low, but in reality they have 48 and they're gonna run 48. I don't really know, but I don't know. What is this all about? I have no idea. This is a South Park Phone Destroyer. It's a mobile game, and we're in the top team in the game, and we just made some changes. It's hard to explain to a layman right now. But I think a couple weeks, and then we'll be back to 50-50. A couple people left to go to a different team to be able to request lightning bolts, because nobody on fucking free-to-play has lightning bolts anymore. And then a couple other people went to other teams to help them out with stuff. So people are taking breaks. And then we brought in, like, we had some random guy on our team that just joined our team. He was some Taiwanese guy. He joined our team. He just, like, sent in an app, and I accepted it, and I started talking to him. And the guy doesn't speak English, but he scored 114, and he donates like a madman. So we had him in our team. We had a couple people from Nambla that wanted a shot, and it's safe. It's a safe time to do it. So we brought them up, and they got 114. So it's pretty cool. We all know the top team sits 19th right now. I'm gonna assume that's Nambla, right? So we tied this week with Anonymous Italy, and both got first. Yeah, Tattoo. We've tied before too. So what happens with the tie is you actually split the caps, because this really confused me when I was putting together the free to play, like, the sheet where I'm tracking all our caps and the weeks and all our scores and all that stuff, I couldn't figure out how to get our scores to be the same to be the same crowns, because no matter what I did, I was either short crowns or above crowns, and I was like, wait a second, this doesn't make any sense. Like, this is how many points we got, this is right, we got first, second, third, fourth, like what's going on here? And it turns out that what happens is, so we got tied for second place, which would have been 50 crowns normally, but they, instead of giving us both 50, they gave both of us 25. So what actually happens there is that the first place team gets like 150, and then the second, third, and fourth place team all get the same amount. Well, actually, fourth place in gold like doesn't gain any, I guess. That doesn't count in gold, but the other ones, I think fourth place still gets like 25 or whatever. So it's really interesting how they do that, and I really was expecting them to just give 50 crowns to each, but for some reason they split it in half, which I don't really get that. But any guess on the new card? Yes. Yeah. It's gonna be a Bradley. It's gotta be a Bradley. There's two choices that it'll be. It's either gonna be Mystic Bradley, that in some way, shape, or form boosts tanks. I think it would be interesting if you put him out and while he's out, he heals tanks. All across the field, he heals tanks. Or maybe just gives him more attack. I don't know what it would be, but it'll be tanks for sure, and he'll probably be a fighter. Maybe he'll be a tank. Maybe he'll be a 3-cost tank that boosts tanks. That'd be interesting. Superhero Randy? I don't think so. Not yet. Not yet. They'll clear out the Bradleys first. They cleared out the Reds. They put out Swashbuckler, then they put out Dar, then they put out and then shortly after they put out Dar. So they just put out Space Pilot. So my guess is gonna be the next Bradley. It could be Adventure Bradley as well. It'll be Broken Unbalanced Bradley. No, Adventure Red. Well, Swashbuckler is Adventure Red. It will be Broken Unbalanced Bradley. Yeah, it'll be Broken Unbalanced Bradley, part of Adventure. He'll be like Humpty Dumpty, broken into pieces or something like that. But no, so Adventure Bradley will most likely boost Assassin, or not Assassin, will boost fighters in some way, most likely. The best bet is just an increased attack. That's most likely what we're gonna see, is he's just gonna increase the attack of the fighters. But it would be really interesting to see if they do something even more than that, because all of the cards lately have been kind of double stacking it. So if he's rare like Space Pilot Bradley is, that means he'll have 2 abilities, which means Bradley has the speed boost and the stun. So maybe the fighter Bradley will have increased health and attack, or maybe increase attack range. You know, like maybe your guys will start attacking like fucking like the fucking monkey, right? Or it could be something like give them AoE attacks, like give every fighter AoE attacks instead of normal attacks. There could be a lot of different things that they're doing. Ability speed up tanks. See, that's the thing, you wouldn't want to speed up tanks though. That's negative. I don't want my Zen to walk faster, so I don't think that's good. Speed up tanks, adds attack to fighters. If you stick around private, we'll have the actual gameplay. We're gonna look through some gameplay. Ability speeds up tanks, adds attacks to fighters, but actually kills off ranges. Yeah, that would work really well. Mark Zuckerberg and his voice is dubbed badly. Oh, you like my style? That would be really good. So we'll see what happens next week. We're gonna keep it. I mean, I guess it just kind of depends on who wants to come and go, honestly, because it's like, you want to go somewhere else and get your lightning bolts or something like that, go for it. I don't think it's really gonna matter. My guess is 2 weeks. That's a pretty good vacation, 2 weeks. Then we'll be back to the 50-50. But we'll see. We'll see. It might be a thing like, so Illuminati is, well, I guess we could show that right now. Illuminati is 2 points down, 3 points down from Chefs right now. So if Chefs only runs 43, or they only ran 43 last time, so Illuminati made 7 points on them regardless. But if Illuminati loses and takes a second, then obviously that's going to be a big jump down. But if they stay close and Illuminati wins every single one of their brackets, which they should be partially glad that, you know, they don't have to be us too. Because if they get a third place, that's going to go, like, they're not going to be able to catch them. Like, it's impossible. As of right now, if they keep winning, Illuminati will catch Chefs because Chefs doesn't get as many points as Illuminati does just for the points, like 55,000 points versus 3,000 points or whatever. I don't know why Chefs is at 32 right now. That's like, I don't, if they're trying to avoid us, it's stupid to do that. But like, why not? I don't know. My guess is it's 32 and then it'll be 42 by the weekend or something. So where do they go though? Where do they go? Where do they go? But yeah, it's, I mean, I hate looking at this chart. I hate it. Casa Bonita is still top 10 because they rode the amount of crowns that they had from being an actually good fucking team, and now they're running 42 out of 50, cleaning up and winning. It's just, what if the new Bradley affected new kid stats? Oh, that's interesting. Chef's trying to snipe TMI. Now that would be interesting. I mean, that's interesting. But I mean, God, how many teams are sitting 32 members right now? Like, the odds of that. Like 50-50, there's a handful. 48 out of 50, there's dozens. There's not hundreds. 31 out of 50, there's got to be hundreds of fucking teams because there's 400 to 500 teams. Wait, I could probably pull that up quick. There's like 400 to 500 teams, I think, in gold. I think it's 400 right now. And then on where is it? What Discord would that be in? It'd be this one. On general chat. There's usually there it is. Okay, so there's 468 teams in gold and 18,000 new kids. So if you do the math there's 18,000 divided by 448. That's on average 40 people per team. So on average, there's gonna be less than that. There's actually a chart here for a number of new kids. I can show it to you guys here for a second. The new kids per league, the chart shows right here. You see there's a lot at 40, but when you get down to 32, I guess there's only about 10 teams. So I mean, see, there must be some other metric for 50. People like have 50 new kids, but they don't run 50 new kids or something. Because like, if there's really 25 50s, if there's really 25 50s, like, what are the odds that we get matched up with Dire Tide Illuminati every week if there's 25 teams running 50? That just can't be true, can it? There's got to be something else that they take into account. But yeah, if you're around that 40 mark, you're looking at 30 plus teams. 47 has a bunch of teams. And then once you get around here, there's less. But like when you're bracketed here, you could bracket these guys here. And when you're bracketed here, you could bracket these guys here. Because down here, it's much more loose. Much, much more loose. And so there's a lot of, I mean, it's such a gamble. Like when you're down there, and there's like 12 teams, they might be able to get them. Caps, or has that been determined a useless metric? It has to be useless because too many teams have tried to have 5 people on their team not collect caps and it didn't affect them. Originally, I think it did take caps into account, but I think they stopped doing that when they changed the leagues around. I think the original setup of Team Wars, that was the idea. Your rank on the leaderboard affected your amount of caps you could get, which was typically a lot. And then, you know, if you had 10 people at the top 10, you got way more caps. And then and that I think was a better way to do it, honestly, because then you have a reason to grind and there's a reason to have your team at the top, and it's a reason to kind of see it's a reason to kind of see to see how well you can do, you know, to see how many caps you can get. Right now it's get 8,500, and by week 2 that's a joke. 8,500 is a joke because everybody's floor, there's some people whose floor is above 8,500. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, so let's move into the games for this week. We have a couple special games sent to us by CloudChucker, and because gold is so boring, I can't possibly be expected to have good games every week. Even though I run 4 accounts, it's just very rare that we get any good games. So if you guys have any games that you want me to shoutcast live on stream, whether it's because it was a good game, maybe you beat a free-to-play whale and you want me to shoutcast on it, maybe you beat Illuminati Dire Tide, maybe you just had a great Leanne play or something like that, whatever it might be, put it up on YouTube, unlisted, doesn't matter, and then just send me the link and I can download that through various tools, and then I can show that. Like I'm gonna show CloudChuckers here. Back before they nerfed caps, but also changed upgrades, so it made no real difference. Yeah, well, the difference was just that, like, free-to-play whales would, in Dire Tide and Illuminati, they would have so many more caps than Chef's Elite would, because Chef's Elite has barely anybody at the top. Whereas when you were looking at the other week, we had like every single one of our members was above 8,500. We had like 100% caps. We had all the caps we could possibly get. And if you can find Broden's loss if you watch Night Shield's race. It's too late now. If I would have known that he lost to Night Shield, I would have tried to grab it. I didn't even realize. Because I've done that on Jammin's stream before. He highlighted one of his games, and it's really easy to pull highlights. But yeah, just shoot them to me. I'll download them and then I'll watch them. That way we can get a little bit more games in, and then maybe I could, like, since I have those games to fill some of the time, we could then, you know, not show my Adventure Lock account destroying some 1,000 rank person or something like that, you know, whatever it might be. But we'll move into the games. We have them pulled up, and just like yesterday, it always takes time. It always takes time. And we just gotta sit here and wait. I wonder, there it is. I wonder if there'd be a way to speed that up. Jesus is glitch, dude had 4. Yeah, that can happen randomly. That's been happening for quite a long time. Where that's probably why they didn't want Dar to deal with them, because I bet Dar just causes glitches on glitches with them. All right, so we got the Adventure Lock going up against SPPD 21712606666. Nice random name. Nice random name. Exclamation point terrible. Join in if you want a chance to win the Coon. All right, we got Osimo. Leading your tank mid like that is just typically not a good play. I'm dropping my rats. My rats are level 7. Now he does get the Labard out, and even though they're level 7, it doesn't matter. But the pigeon's coming out. Boom, boom, ba-doom, ba-boom, ba-doo, ba-doo. Nice. Pigeons level 6 max, I think, because they're probably 7. Pretty good, pretty good. We got the Garrison, who's really our only real card that can cause some real mayhem outside of, like, the rats getting to New Kid. But the rats with the space pilot, that's very scary. We'll see what he does. Just gonna feed me his... I mean, that's... You got... KYP, buddy. Know your personnel. That is just not the right move. You don't play a 5-cost card that's so underleveled that he's gonna die to the ability. Maybe he didn't know that the 4 did that much damage, but it's still, like... That's still just... I mean, I know he's 1768. I know that. I know I could start an account today, and by the end of the day, I'd be higher ranked than him. I know that. I get it. I should give him a break. But come on. Do you not know what Garrison does? Is this your first time seeing him? You don't know that he fucking drone strikes you out of existence? It's too bad. Look at how bad he is, though. Like... He doesn't do any fucking damage. The base level Randy probably does more damage than him. The ninja play? Yeah. I mean, sooner or later we'll be out of fucking wood, and then we'll get some real good games in silver, because silver teams have decent card levels, and then you really got to play out of your ass. Now, every game on the Adventure Lock, I was able to start with Randy, which was really, really important. If I wouldn't have been able to start with him, I probably would have gotten into bad shape most of the time. Oh, bronze, yeah. How did I get matched up with him? Yeah, this is Bronze League. We're on a new team that we just started recently. If those rats would have gotten fucking labarded, I would have been actually in big trouble. I potatoed the labard there. I should have played him a little higher. Yeah, not Wood League. Wood League is like 300 points or something. We were out of that in like 3 weeks. I don't think there was like... I think there was literally only like 3 teams in our bracket. There was like no Wood League teams. Which is bullshit, right? Like these leagues should be set up to be X% of the player base. The idea of Wood should be this holds 10% of the player base. There's a bell curve. The middle of the bell curve is silver. Top of the bell curve would be gold. The bottom would be wood. The wood people, it's not... You're gonna eventually get out of wood and just be in silver or be in bronze or something. No, like there should be a population of players that are in wood. And it's probably Namdergarden and nothing else. I'd be interested to see the teams you go up against, and how often that you go up against a team that has 30 people in it that only has 2 runs because the whole entire thing is dead. Maybe a lover morning Vud team. Why are you speaking like a fucking Russian? Vud. Maybe a lava with some morning Vud, yeah? I'm just kidding, bro. I know your W is broken. Oh, god damn it. That's hilarious. That will never not be funny. Everybody make Jimmy James say things that start with a W. Hey, Jimmy James, where does the president live? Hey, Jimmy James, what state do the Redskins play for? Hey, Jimmy James, what color am I? When you delete my comments because you thought it was a bot. Oh, fuck me. That was so funny. That was really I gotta preface that. So, a long time ago on a stream or an update or something, I mentioned that there's bots on YouTube that'll be like, oh man, this is really great content. I really love insert title of video. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Maybe you should check my channel out. It's just people buy bots that like try to get people to look at their channels. And I was just talking about that. And then sure enough, the next video I post, there was something from Shirley McAdams, whatever the fuck your name is, and I remember it. I'm not gonna say it live here, but and it was, oh, I played that late, but it was good. And it was great content. I really love Buckethead versus this guy. Keep it up or something like that. And I was like, fucking geez, look at that. Like I was gonna take a fucking screenshot of it and post it in my Discord and say, you see what I mean, everybody? And then you would have been like, dude, that's me. LOL. That would have been fucking legendary. I should have done it. But yeah, Patriarchy posted a comment that was that cookie cutter template. And I thought she was a fucking bot, so I deleted the message immediately. They play for the District of Columbia. That's not true, I don't think. That's not true, right? That's wrong, right? I'm 90% sure it's this Washington State. I'm like 80% sure. Now I'm like 50% sure. I'm down to 20% sure. We gotta find out. Yeah, it's Washington. Wait. Where does it say? Does Washington, D.C.? Oh no, you're right. Oh dude, that's right, because there was that joke. It was like Washington Redskins changed their name and they changed it to the DC Redskins. Oh shit, that made me laugh so hard. I was like, they changed the name. I shouldn't have looked at Discord. I shouldn't have looked at Discord. Shouldn't have looked at Discord. I have an inability to not message, to message people if I get messages from. I just can't leave, because I won't fucking remember. I won't remember. All right, here we go, we're good. Do we go into the next one? No, see, this one was actually kind of close. Private clans, this is the game itself. Go, rats, go! Get there, 10 seconds! Oh, we farted. We nailed it. Get that 114. Easy peasy. All right, now we have the main account. We got the big, what's his name? The big red devil dead. How are chaos? Yeah, that's definitely a mistake that they're affected by the super fart. They shouldn't be for sure. And I think Toller mentioned that they're aware of that. So leads the Osimo on the bottom side. So play the Cox on the top side, kind of try to get, I have just a terrible hand here. Labard situational, Master Ninja situational, Dark Angel Red situational, Space Pilot situational, Super Fart situational. So the only thing I could really do there was just get the hit on the Swarm and hope for the best there. But of course they're in another event this weekend, yeah. It's really frustrating because that could have lost you a game this week, you know. The hamsters, well, not lose you a game, but potentially keep you from winning is the hamsters getting hit back. This was a big mistake here. I thought Leanne would die faster, and I thought also I shouldn't have used Sexy Nun Randy's ability there, because then Sexy Nun Randy would have stayed back and hit the also those guys got stuck on the whatchamacallit there. But the little assassin that did way more damage to that mosquito, so the mosquito died sooner and moved Sexy Nun Randy forward. I thought, you know, if I wouldn't have used that, the Sexy Nun Randy would have sat there and attacked the mosquito a little bit longer, and Leanne might have died by that point. This was also kind of unfortunate, him getting New Kid there. If he would have been like a level 5 Bradley or something, that would have been kind of scary. But now we're in pretty good position. We have our tank rolling, we have 6 energy, we have the Master Ninja to support it, but otherwise our hand is still kind of shitty. We could play Space Pilot into the rats right now, but we would have the Labard coming. Now that was a terrible plan his part. I'm not really sure what he was thinking. Like, just dropping that like that seems like kind of a mistake. I was deciding whether or not to use them or not. So now we're gonna use the Bradley so we can kill him quicker. Now the poison comes out, but because we put the Bradley out, we're actually able to get the Cox. And so now we're gonna support this push a little bit. We know that he's kind of out of the stuff that can deal with the Sexy Nun, so we put the Sexy Nun out right away. Bradley doing a little bit of damage to that Swarm, which is nice. Now we get this out, get the plus 100 and the Bradley stun, so that was really good there. It was all really about getting that combo off well, the Sexy Nun with the Bradley. Once you had that with the Cox supporting you, it was pretty easy to be able to support, especially with that stun. Like, that's awesome. Playing the Chaos just to get the speed boost from him. Now, can we get the bar? There's not a lot of time. Solidifying the 114 potential. He gets there. The Cox come in. The rats. Oh, wait. Where'd that damage come from? Oh, did Ninju get one hit in? That's probably why. Unless he hit twice. Oh yeah, the Ninju star did hit. Yeah, and that level 5 Ninju's got 100 plus. Was like 119 or something like that. So did pretty good there. And then these ones were just lot fests. SNR and SPB are so good together. Yeah, very good combination. Mostly just because that little homie comes out so fast. If it was something like a 6 element Randy that had the assassin or something like that, it wouldn't be as good because it's just instant, man. It's like bloop, and he's fucking out. And instantly stuns. That means that the animation that SNR usually gets punished for no longer gets punished for that as far as DPS goes, because the enemy is gonna be paused for the time that it takes him. See, they're paused, and then when they're unpaused, he starts attacking again. So it works pretty well. Now we're in a really, really good power position. We can just wait it out here, Dar the Sexy Nun when we get the chance. We can definitely use his ability here. Get the Awesemo killed. We still can wait. We want to get the Dar. We don't want to play that. But then we want a Ninju right after this. Yep. Get the Ninju on 2 cocks. That's why the Coop was really good with Ninju. You'll almost always have 2 cocks out there if you're in a position of power. So the... Man, that Dar level 4 surviving. And just chipping away. Levels were what won me this one. You don't understand these card games? Well, the concept is that it's kind of like a tower defense game. I'm protecting my little guy on the left. He's protecting his little guy on the right. Up here, you have the different bars of health. Once you kill one bar, it explodes and it knocks them back. It gives you kind of a chance to reset. And then each card has an energy value. 3, 4, 5. And that takes away from this, which you slowly gain over time. And it's just kind of a management of... You know, this is a range card that does a certain ability. This is a card that can spawn these cards, and you just kind of learn how to play them. It's like 3D chess, kind of is a kind of good way to describe it. Real time chess, where it's not like a turn-based thing. It's really good gameplay. They've made some mistakes in certain aspects, but as far as the gameplay goes, it's always been a very, very, very fun game. And I'm sad my Bradley died here. Reset, now with level 14 new kid. Yeah, for Team Wars, you don't really get as much of a reset for sure, depending on what cards. But that 7 health in the next bar was ridiculous. Now I used the Dar to push the push the Ninju in front to hopefully push the issue. So if he was saving up for energy, he couldn't do anything. A lot of people save up energy and drop it at the end. Now let's go to Moody. Moody getting some favorable matchups this week. Moody was in SP Elites this week in gold, hanging out. Moody is now back. Fart Gobbler is now back in Namblos where it belongs. And we have changed the name to Flustered Cuck 114. So we'll see that next week. All right, so we got the Garrison who actually hit my Coop, which is kind of unfortunate. But that was just fucking terrible. Like, there's no situation where that was a good play that he just did. Like, just never in all my years. Now, that was kind of frustrating. I should have waited on the Garrison. I thought it would time better and he would be dead. But I killed the Bradley that was going to die to the Chaos instead of chipping the other guy. It doesn't matter in this, but it would have been nice. Would have been a little nicer. What up, LHM? Welcome back, buddy. Good to see you. Don't forget, LHM, exclamation point terrible, if you want a chance to win the Coon. The Coon! And ring light with it. Look at that. Look at that. You can see it. Okay. You can see the camera too. There we go. Exclamation point terrible to join in, and I will ship that directly to your door. The Coon, who is also terrible. What was your thoughts on Garrison versus Leanne? I thought Garrison was better for a team that was less worried about the legend options this week. I think higher teams all should have gone with the Leanne, but I think mid teams, the Garrison was a great card. Most of my wins were kind of because of the Garrison on this account. What up, Greg? Go nicely with your Sam. Jeez. I'm vetoing it if you win, because I'll send it to someone else for $15 or whatever it was, but not you twice, motherfucker. So we get that AoE. So he plays the... people play the rats into Garrison thinking like it's gonna kill him fast enough or something like that. Yeah, Garrison's always a great opener. I mean, one of the few times Garrison is good is as an opener. Put the Professor Chaos out to deal with his Chaos. I don't really have to worry about his Chaos up there because Zen will kind of protect me. That was another situation where Garrison hit the person that Chaos was going to kill. Kind of frustrating. Should have timed that a little better. Easy wins with MBC though. Yeah, that kind of depends. I agree with you, but Leanne could still get put out right underneath the Mintberry Crunch, and you would have, you know, same kind of concept. The space pilot at least gets a bunch of value before that happens. Wish Mystic would get a Garrison. Yeah, Mystic Garrison. 4-cost tank would be nice in Mystic. There's no real options for like a mid-range off tank. I mean, obviously SNR, but SNR is a little bit too much of a commitment nowadays. Need that 4-drop. Need that 4-drop. All right, now we're gonna. This guy's name is Cumboni, by the way. I don't know. If you guys missed that, make sure you laugh at that. The super fart actually hit all 4 of the rats, which was surprising. I thought it was gonna miss that one on the backside. We still get the stun too. It looks like all the stuns are reaching a little further than they should have. That's just a bad super fart. Now that's one of the reasons why super fart isn't super useful competitively, is because when you push a big push like that back, you expect them all to be pushed back. But because of the way the pushback works in this game, that doesn't happen. You actually get stopped from being knocked back by your own cards if they're also being knocked back, depending on your knockback ratio, or technically it's the degree. But so if I go back this far and the guy behind me doesn't go back as far, I'm not gonna get pushed back that far. So when you have one person in the back that's kind of a bigger unit, they're gonna stop everybody else from getting pushed, and it's just kind of worthless. So this was a great start. You start with the Garrison. Now honestly, I would just play it. I wasn't sure what would happen here. If it would hit the hamsters and do nothing, or if it would, so funny, he's trying to protect his Zen or something, hit the hamsters, or if it would just definitely target the Zen. I just wasn't sure. I probably should have chicken cooped here, but watch this, watch how this plays out. He starts hitting our Zen, and you know that Leanne has that little knockback. Now Leanne's not dying anytime soon because she doesn't have, or nobody has a lot of attack. Now we're waiting here. Now look what happened there. He pulled my Garrison away from Leanne, and now Leanne is actually chasing my Zen because of the knockback, and Garrison doesn't get hit by the Leanne. That is just murder. Now I should have just dropped 16 on Randy right there, but I was just chilling here, kind of waiting to see what he did, and I didn't even think that I needed help on this first bar, honestly. Beautifully done. Those cocks are always trouble. Put the General Disarray out for whatever range he puts behind us, then put Space Pilot behind that, and that's gonna be the end of the game for him. Boo! Got him. Oh man, almost killed him straight up though. Gets that out, gets the freeze. He gets the extra speed. We get the hit. Oh no, the pigeons get us. Now the pigeons are dead though. What's gonna happen? Space Pilot Bradley, even level 2, survived. I believe I did get it to max 2 though, so that did help us. We get that stun on the new kid, so the Sexy on Randy survives as well. Brutal, 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 brutal. Danieler, D-N-I-E-L-R. Daniel. You finally get my long overdue level 5 hanky this weekend? Can't wait to start using him again. How do you know you'll get your hanky? I don't understand. Sniped! And because he's level 2, the Labard takes him out. Don't forget. Coon. Exclamation point, terrible to join. If you're watching on YouTube, you missed it. You gotta be here live to win the giveaways. I will do some on YouTube eventually, but it's more of a hassle to do it on YouTube, honestly. Because I have to like go back to the video. Oh yeah, because he's a Team Wars pick, huh? What if you buy them all and you only get Inuits? I mean, I don't know what to say about that. The guy's in gold and he just darred back a Zen that didn't have hardly any damage. He's still got half-life. Like, what? What? And his Dougie didn't even get lava because there was nobody alive when he put it out. Not sure what that stun really does because it doesn't... Zen's not attacking, but... He's the only legend. What are you talking about? Inuits in there. Sometimes he used Dar to take Ali out of Zen. I mean, that's true. Plus 214? No! Nice super fart stops me there. Now if he wants to super fart on me, I'll super fart right back. Oh, that will never not be hilarious to me. It'll never not be hilarious. Now he turns it around and beats me. Put those hamsters out there. Put the hammies out. Put them up top. All right, all right, all right. Slow play, I like it. The Leanne dying, but then we put the SNR immediately. When you have to play Leanne to deal with Leanne and you have Garrison and SNR out there as potential, or Osimo, it's really not a good play. Get that Coop. All right, the Coop is down. All this damage coming out from these cocks. The level 4. Ooh, the Chaos comes out, but doesn't kill the cocks. My Chaos comes out with that speed boost, taking him out. Oh, and he's gonna touche out the dart. Oh, he was trying to get the stun on the Chaos. Wait, we gotta go back to that. I forgot. We have the fart explosion. Wait. Wait, there you go. Here's where the fart explosion starts. That'll never not be funny. Haters will say it's fake. Real farts. I got a real problem, guys. I got a real bowel duct problem, if you know what I'm saying. All right, I think Randy was probably the play here, but I wanted to see what he was gonna play. It's okay to wait on 10 energy and make a good decision. It's okay. Okay. Now Zen's a step closer because of that. That'll be important someday. Now Labard on that isn't smart because Labard doesn't kill Cox anyway. So it's just not a smart idea. Now this is also dumb. I don't know what he was thinking there. The Dougie ended up going towards the cock anyway. Just a travesty. Just a travesty all around. 66-56. Good matchup though for this account because we don't have like great levels. Now we played the Bradley into it, but fortunately he missed 2 of the rats. He didn't play it back far enough. With him, the fan is further back, so you want to play him further back than where you want to. If shit's right next to him, you're not gonna wanna play it because you're most likely gonna miss, because when people swarm on you, they go around you. They don't stick in front of you. If one rat's on him in the front, now that was bad. He tried to dar the sexy nun and he gets, oh man, that's just brutal. That's why Dar can be kind of iffy. If you play him in a group like that, you got to really know what you're gonna grab, and you got to make sure that they're not gonna get bursted before Dar gets out. If you don't quite have the energy to play Dar, and the person you're targeting is gonna die soon, just fucking skip it, man. Try something else. It's not gonna work out for you. God bless Protatoes, the little choir boy that could. But the level 4 just isn't enough. Level 5 might have killed the ninja there, actually. Shibby Schmirk, another guy that doesn't even have the respect for himself to have the battle pass. 56. That shit, like, he's not even in gold. He's not even in gold in ladder, and he's in a gold team. What the fuck? My rats can kill that Leanne. Oops spam, oops spam. Oops spam's my new favorite thing. Oops. If you say it quick enough, it sounds like soup. Soup. I'm on tier 8. Am I gonna finish? No, man, you should have focused more on that and less on heroic. Although the last season of heroic was the first season since I started playing that I didn't finish the victory pass. So I just didn't play it very much. But that's the beauty of it, you know. You don't have to. This game was just brutal. A wee cock, just a wee cock. Get him. Oh, stunned them both. Look at that stun reach back to the Dar. Brutal and beautiful all at the same time. Now we got the rats, which is gonna be perfect. Have a nice little fart session. You have super fart. What are you doing? Oh, you blew it. That was a pretty quick game though. All right, now we have a couple games from CloudChucker, and this one for some reason did not come through good quality. So there's nothing I could do to make it any better than this. And so this is the quality we get, boys. But this is what we got. We got CloudChucker 7273. Pegs, this is how you play Leanne right here. Right here. This is it. For a second there, the quality got better. Did you see that? Was that just me? It was like a fraction of a second. It got better. And then it disappeared. Nope. Maybe I'm crazy. I swear, it's like right when I looked away. Nope. Maybe not. Maybe not. It actually doesn't look that bad, honestly. Can't really even tell. All right. Oh, the Labard stopping the Randy from dying. No, the Randy used his ability. Used his ability. Is he gonna die? Oh, what a dummy. If he would have walked his happy ass outside of the lava, his Randy would be alive right now, and CloudChucker would be in a really, really bad position with the current cards that he's got out there. We have Sourceless Leanne is gonna be a good play here. There's no Cox coming. He's gonna be able to deal with the riffraff and then move here, and then if he dies, he deals with the Garrison and the Zen. Not bad. He is gonna kill his own Zen in the process though, but might take out a couple of those. All right, gonna try to keep the Leanne alive. If he can kill the Garrison, you're actually in pretty good shape. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Oh, what is that? Cox? No, rats. The rats come out. Uh-oh, this is trouble. Big trouble in Little China. The rats coming out. Everybody gonna die? No. Oh, got it just in time. Nicely played there. Nicely played. If you do /me Akuma, it'll do the color of your name. Now we got Sexy Nun Randy, who's doing well with that Bradley. You should have tried to get the hamsters, because the hamsters do the stun. They don't do the, uh-oh. You gonna super fight to save your Bradley? Nope, just gonna give up the Bradley. The hamsters do the stun, but they don't get the increased attack speed or movement speed. Nice Dar on the Sexy Nun Randy. That's scary. That's very scary. We put the Chaos though, we're good there, all right. Put him out. Nope, would have been good if that was before the Chaos for sure. But unfortunately, CloudChucker is cucking it up. Here's another good Leanne. Nicely done. Might be able to deal with everybody before that even. Oh no, we didn't start attacking the Dar. That's gonna be tough. But we do have some Cox coming out. The Swashbuckler. Who the fuck is your... Oh, I thought it was Swashbuckler. I'm stupid. Were you... So, I gotta give it to you. It's the right idea. But you could have put him all the way to the top, bro. You could have put Dar all the way to the top. Look at this fucking range. Look at the range of that thing. You have plenty of range, bro. Plenty of range. Leanne's a big body. You were on the back side of her. You could have moved all the way to here, moved her happy ass up there. You would have been just fine. And then your Dar moving, or your bitch moving down instead of up. Or across, you see that? She goes for this fucking, she goes for the Labard, and she's like, oh hey Labard, cocked. And just like Leanne, she got the cock. Just like Leanne loves in the show, she got the cock. Will he be able to come back from that potato ass, bullshit ass, Illuminati ass play? Who knows? Who knows? A lot of people darring their own Leanne. It is hard. It has to be, you have to be absolutely at the distance, and the bitch has to walk the opposite direction. Like, she has to go that direction. If she heads back towards it, you might get hit. Pulled MVP from your pack. Nice. You got Mintberry Pig and Manbear Pig. Mintberry Pig. Level 3. Nice. But you got the Bradley coming in clutch. Will it save him? Oh, the Bradley! The Bradley! Oh, dude, that guy's dumb. That guy's dumb as shit, dude. He had every chance to stop you. Not really, though. That's just so gross, dude. SPB. Yeah, that's why this exact situation is why poison wasn't the choice this week, is because, oh, hey, I'll use poison. I'll use poison on the guys that are boosted by Bradley, and that'll kill them. No, dude. Even level 6, it just does not kill him fast enough. It just does not kill him fast enough. That's the same one. How about this one? Unit behind New Kid is the safest place with Dara on Leanne because she won't walk into it then. I mean, if you do it wrong, the Leanne will hit the New Kid and go in front of the New Kid, though. Wicked Witch. Lead with the hamsters, I guess. We'll see. Level 4s. Alright. Alright. Level 3 hamsters coming at you. Lead with the Leanne. I wouldn't have done that. I probably would have led with the Sexy Nun with the Cox coming at you, honestly. Because it's going to really slow him down. You can dar him out of the way if he Leannes. Alright, he puts the Bradley out. F-Meister subscribing. What's up, man? 20 months. Appreciate you, bud. Appreciate ya. How you doing? There's a get. Surely he learned his lesson! Surely he learned his lesson! Oh man, you had to be here and down further. You had to be like right here. You would have played her right here, might have worked. But the problem there is that you played the coupe. And fun fact for whatever is the next time, if you got Dar, Leanne, and the coupe and you're trying to focus the Dar, you can't play the coupe. The coupe's gonna fuck you up because had you played her here and that Cox spawns right here, right when she's about to go, you might have pulled that instead. So the moment you played the coupe, you really fucked yourself on getting that Dar right. And that might have actually happened. You might have pulled that cock. But the Dar survives at least, so that's good. If you would have missed the Dar, you would have been in big trouble. Let's see if he can come back. The Zen, great choice this week. Always like that Zen. Just easy to muck shit up with it. And then it takes a while to kill him, and so the Cox can come out. Now you put the SNR, yep, good shit. Should be able to put the Space Pilot behind it. Well, that comes first, that's good too. Now put the Space Pilot ASAP. No, you fucked it! You should have waited, put the Space Pilot, and then you would have frozen everybody. Might even froze him. Good win, though. Good win. Got the Sexy Nun coming at, still a threat. You could have put the Space Pilot there. What are you doing, bro? Shove it down their throat. Hard. Now what are you gonna do? Those hamsters are really weird. They have a really strange first attack and attack animation thing, because when they're moving, their first attack is like instant. Watch this. Boo! Like it rolls into the attack and it's awesome. But the second attacks, look at this. It goes back and then it has to go forward again. It goes back and has to go forward again. So they have a heavy, it's almost like they have a charge ability where their first push is, their first attack is intentionally much faster. All right, well that does it for the games this week. Shout out to CloudChucker for dropping some cool games for us to watch with some pretty terrible play in my opinion. But you're able to persevere. You could potato with the Dar, and SPB is so good that you beat him with it. Nice. Pegs does private streams when I'm dreaming. Yeah, you're not on part of Pegs' OnlyFans. She does streams there. A lot of foot stuff. All right, so this week we got the deck. Thanks for the 40 bits, Akuma, by the way. We got the deck choices this week. We'll load into that. Ooh, it got mini. It got itty bitty. All right. So this week, for week 33, we have a nice choice between fantasy and adventure. Pretty standard deck choices here. There are out of the 12 slots, I think there's only 2 choices that are up for discussion if you're trying to make the absolute best deck. There are some things that you might have to take into consideration for caps, depending on what team you're on, and just card levels. Because, you know, if you can't get Satan decently leveled, he wouldn't be the choice. But this week, the gnomes versus the pigeons. I think the gnomes are the choice this week. The pigeons actually are a detriment because outlaw is a choice. The pigeons are just gonna make outlaw target the group of pigeons. The odds of him hitting the pigeons at any moment are very, very high. And with the outlaw as an option, that's gonna be trouble. So you don't want to lose the energy from that right away. And the gnomes, the 2 cost, the deck's gonna be a little bit heavy with the witch, the arrow storm. There's gonna be a lot of 4 costs in this deck. And then if you go the Satan route, you're gonna have that 6, obviously. Is there music playing? Oh, there it is. And so the Akuma, thanks for the 15. So I think the gnomes are going to be the choice this week for sure. They're going to be able to bust up your different tanks like the witch and stuff like that. If you play them against the swordsman, make sure you play them right on the swordsman so that they go all the way around the swordsman instead of being on one side that he can just hit. Now the CKI versus the deckhand, you could maybe convince me that deckhand's the right choice to pair with like the witch or the garrison. But with a card like Inuit out there, the heal could be just nullified anyway. So I think CKI is going to be the choice this week because there's a lot that could bait the arrow storm, and CKI himself at high level actually does survive the arrow storm and could potentially get his heal off. So I really like I really like the CKI in Team Wars. He can survive the New Kid Blast, which puts him in the position to get another heal off. So if your first CKI survives the New Kid Blast, he could pretty much win you the game, unless somebody has to use the 3 energy from the Inuit to get through to it. So could be some really good value there. Might also force the Arrow Storm, which could let your Kyle the Drow Elves or your Captain Wendy survive and do a lot of work, or then that's when you play the pigeons maybe. So CKI is going to definitely be the choice. If you run CKI and you're crazy, you might, and you like really think you can get the Arrow Storm on something else, you could run CKI Hanky and just fuck shit up. But I wouldn't want to run a combo like that could so easily be removed by something like Inuit or Satan or something like that. So probably not the right choice. So Inuit's going to be the choice this week to just put with your push so that Satan can't get him without getting killed. You can put it on the swordsman, maybe the witch. You could put it out at the right time and get the Bar Brady maybe. So it'll just kind of depend. Transmog versus Lightning Bolt. Transmog's probably gonna be your choice. Yeah, I don't think Lightning Bolt really has a target. It could kill the Randy, but you're gonna be able to kill him in different ways, like the Satan and stuff. So I think definitely the Transmog saves the caps. You take out Garrison, you take out potentially Bar Brady potentially if he could, if the Bar Brady gets too close, you might have to Transmog him so he doesn't blow up your new kid, because the Bar Brady does do a lot of damage to a 14 new kid, like a lot. But I think the choice this week is the Sheriff Cartman. He kills the pigeons, he kills the gnomes, he'll kill he won't kill, but he'll do a decent bit of damage to Wendy and Kyle the Drow Elves. So you got a chance to also have him hit the with his ability hit the Inuit that gets played somewhere, and take that from the witch garrison or the other garrison. So interesting. Then you have the question of the double garrisons, or pull DKC or Hookhand. I don't think Hookhand's the choice. There's not really good targets. The Randy is probably the only target, but a lot of people will go Satan, I bet, even level 3 Satan. The Hookhand, the odds of him hitting the Randy, because the Cocks are going to be out there pretty much right away, is also pretty low. So Hookhand I just don't think has great use this week, which means you're probably going to be forced into the Witch, which means you probably don't want to run the you probably don't want to run the Swordsman garrison. And also because with the Inuit out there, Swordsman might just get removed for good value anyway. So with the DKC, you're going to be able to snipe. You might even be able to snipe Drow Elves. You might snipe Timmy. You could deal with like a Hanky or something headed towards your new kid. It's one of the few things that can deal with a stacked CKI this week is the DKC. So DKC is a good removal for different things. And if you run the Swordsman, you're just in threat of getting that Inuit on you. So, and it's really hard if it's a level 1 Inuit. It's really hard to prevent that from killing him. You could try the Arrow Storm, but most likely it's still gonna register that your garrison killed him anyway. Did we skip Satan? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, Satan versus Randy. I think Satan's the choice this week, even if it's at level 3. You should play Garrison to defend. If you use him to attack, he'll get Inuit. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But you could use the Witch to defend in that same situation. So which one are you going to play? Most likely you'd probably play the Witch, right? So then the Garrison's just going to be sitting in your hand. But also the Garrison's one of the few transmog, one of the few true transmog targets. So if you don't run the Garrison, you really don't have a transmog target in your deck, which is probably a good thing. Makes that sit dead in hand and makes them lose the energy on either the Sheriff, the Witch, you know, maybe the Kyle the Drow Elves, or maybe the Satan that already got the damage off and they transmog the Satan body, which is totally worth it too. So I think because it's borderline impossible to transmog the Satan. You can do it, but it has to be perfect connection, no lag, let go as soon as you can target them. And the problem with transmog is that if you let it go too soon, it goes back into your hand, and so there's nothing you can, there's nothing you can do after that point. You can't swipe it back up. So it's a good chance that you're gonna miss that transmog, but you can't miss it and waste the energy though. So there's that, I guess. But if you do it wrong, you'll get his body. He'll still get the ability off, and then it's basically worthless, right? Yeah, it would definitely have to be perfect. Captain Wendy versus the catapult. You guys know me. I love Captain Wendy. I do great work with her. But unfortunately, in a situation when Arrow Storms is guaranteed, the Wendy's just not going to do it this week. Wendy definitely dies to Arrow Storm, and Drow Elves definitely dies to Arrow Storm. So if you're going to go both of those, then you don't want them both to be able to die from Arrow Storm, right? So you're going to want to, I mean, unless you run one and try to bait the other one and something like that. But for the most part, that's going to be pretty tough. Went off of Wendy's tits more times than I can count. Yeah, no shit. It's more her shaft though. I hate that quote. I gotta get rid of that fucking thing. And I think so the Captain Wendy, I think, is the better choice if Aerostorm wasn't a choice. But because Aerostorm's a choice, unfortunately, we have to kind of dictate what we do based on what survives Aerostorm. So Timmy is probably gonna be a better choice. Catapult Timmy starts surviving Aerostorm 4 at like level 4, and Aerostorm 5 he survives I think halfway through level 5. So most people's Timmys will survive the Aerostorm. Most teams will have Aerostorm 4, not 5. So we'll kind of see what you run up against. We'll go around this way and swoop up here. We already talked about this. Like I said, DKC I think is the choice. I think Swordsman's a liability this week. You could definitely get value out of him for that, but for that 5 cost, if he gets transmogged when you expect him on defense, it's trouble. And not to mention, if he gets removed, you can't play Witch Garrison for a couple seconds. So if they do it at the right time, you're shit out of luck. You're fucked. You can't stop him if you're trying to play Witch then. Excuse me. Aerostorm, obviously the choice. Cock Magic would be really stupid. You'd have to be a goddamn idiot to think Cock Magic's the right choice.
I'm gonna make love to you, woman.
Thanks. Appreciate the host. Making love to your woman. All right. Now we have Witch versus Hook Hand. I think Witch is the choice, especially if you don't go Swordsman Garrison. Witch is so brutal. The slow is ridiculous. The damage that he can do, his body is pretty damn good too. So, and when most of the time you might see underleveled cards, Witch is the choice for sure. There's no redeeming qualities to that Hook Hand choice there. Heidi's the choice here, although Nelly is a little bit better now. Her aggro range makes her still really easy to avoid completely and make her chase shit around like an idiot. So the Heidi, if you have them level 7 or 6, 2 cost, nice solid little body, good on defense. You know, she could take the hit from the Hanky, then Hanky could die. If you do it just right, you can actually kill the Inuit and she won't die. But not a level 1 Inuit. So just a lot of options for the Heidi, and even just to, you know, support a group, support a push a little bit, and not have to worry too much about losing the energy when the Satan gets dropped on your head. So Heidi for sure this week. Like, I don't think there's a question there. It is the choice. Don't sin by choosing Heidi. I don't think Nelly's the choice this week, bud. And then Outlaw versus Kyle the Drow Elves is an interesting choice. One of the few real interesting choices this week, along with this one, and in my opinion, you know, what you do with these slots. The Kyle the Drow Elves has a lot of upside. If they waste Arrow Storms, Kyle the Drow Elves can really fuck shit up. He could potentially shield the Satan. I think the timing on it, you'd have to preemptively do it, so they'd have to kind of make a mistake, but if nothing else, you shield them when the Satan would normally come out, and maybe you guys get a little bit of more of an advantage than they would have. You know, maybe they get 3 extra seconds of damage on New Kid before they get blown up. Could work out really well. So I like the idea and the concept of that for sure. The Outlaw, though, with the pigeons as an option, Outlaw is going to beeline for those pigeons, which is going to be good value. If they put something like Kyla Drow Elves behind New Kid, or even Timmy behind New Kid, you put Outlaw out, it hits the Timmy, or it kills the Kyla Drow Elves, but it hits the Timmy, and then all of a sudden you have a Timmy that now dies to the Aerostorm that you dropped to kill his pigeons or something. So you get a little bit of value there. Yeah, the choices this week are just, I mean, honestly, 80% of them are made, like, they're forced on us. And then the rest of them are just like, it could go either way. Like, either kind of both of them have the same flaws. They die to Aerostorm pretty much is the biggest flaw of the cards this week. And the saving graces of those cards is that of the better cards this week typically is that they survive the Aerostorm, because the Aerostorm is going to be able to really murder shit. This seriously off meta TVT deck. Yeah, I mean, this is weird for sure. Like, there's not Shield Maiden in a fantasy deck. You don't have either of the common assassins in Paladin or Princess. You don't have Belth as an option. You don't have Incan or Sam on the adventure side. So yeah, this is like an underplayed event right here. But that's when you know, the truly good players at the game excel, is when you're put into a situation where you don't really know what the best thing to play is. There's not really a defined way to play this deck, as opposed to like something like like a Ninja Visitor deck with Zen. Like you got an idea, like you have 2 or 3 specific goals you're trying to accomplish. In this, it's like you just surviving. Like, who knows? Garrison is meta, pegs. Yeah, which Garrison is meta for sure, I would say. Obviously Lightning Bolt, Transmog, those are kind of meta cards. Amazingly Randy, you could say, is. Hanky, obviously. Satan, yeah. Gnomes, not as much anymore, still very common. If DKC was more common, I think there'd be a lot more interesting play, but he's just so buggy and shitty. Yeah, I'm excited for this week, Rebel. Gonna be a fun one. It looks interesting. And our CVC group is pretty much all in agreement. I think the only 2 votes we were kind of questioning were these 2. and we talked that out pretty well. So our deck's looking pretty solid this week. I'm not too worried about it. Moody is back in Namblos where he belongs. Ja Warrior's been taking care of them though, so doing really well. And yeah, this week should be pretty fun. I'm excited. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, we have the dev update, which I do have somewhere around here. Is this it? I think I gotta switch to this one. Happy anniversary? Yeah, okay. Hanky or Inuit for locked. I like the Inuit because we're gonna have to level up a lot of stuff. Am I sure I have it? Have what? Next herd. All right. So, happy anniversary, South Park. You got the events here. I want to take a look at that while we're reading here. Yes, it was August 13th, 1997, when a little show called South Park appeared on our screens and warped our fragile little minds. We'll be celebrating this week with themed events and with in-game gifts and out-of-game giveaways. We'll start the week with the Gizmo Ike mission event on Monday and Tuesday, before moving into Wednesday with a new token event. Both that event and this week's Chaos Mode for this week will celebrate the core cast of show that has brought us all here today. That's right, Cartman, Kenny, Kyle, and Stan cards will cost 1 less energy point than usual, have increased stats, and they'll be summoned with increased speed. All right, so for this deck, 4S Monkey is gonna be good. Oh, this is the event. Oh, I'm stupid. All Cartman, Kenny, Kyle, Stan cards. I wish they would have shown a list of those. So we could have just gone through the list and been like, what would be good with increased stats and speed and stuff. Obviously, the assassins are going to be huge. Tanks are probably going to be pretty good. But like I said, increased speed on a tank isn't necessarily a good thing. So here are the point totals. 400 points, 75, not bad. That's today. That's this one. Token 350 only, not bad. And then the events, 80 points for the cards, which isn't bad. I mean, you run a 4-point deck, you only need 20 wins. Not bad over a whole weekend. Anniversary present. Some of you may have already collected yours, but if you haven't yet opened up your game, please do so because you have a special gift from us waiting for you. We couldn't let such an occasion go by without a present, so be sure to check that out. We've also decided to celebrate with some legendary card giveaways, so check out their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can check out those links from the thing itself. Exclamation point SP Discord to join the SP Discord. Exclamation point Discord to join my Discord. Great place to be. We have a lot of fun in there. But some exciting news. The only exciting news is coming right here, is that next week we'll get a little bit more info on upcoming 4.8 update. Now that is a major update. Well, I guess the 4 would be the major update, but this is the 8th. I guess it would technically be major, minor release, but the 0.8 means that it's like a big change. There's a lot of changes coming through, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of stuff we get. It's going to be more than just simple stuff. If it's a big number update like that, it's going to be, this might be where we see some Team Wars changes. Your special gift was 4 coons. Those motherfuckers. All right, let's go. A Space Pilot Bradley event? Seriously, why not a Dar Incan event with max stats for them and also summoning them in super speed? What does he mean a Space Pilot Bradley event? Like this? I mean, it's a new card. It's fun. Happy South Park anniversary, y'all. Event totals formatting still messed up on mobile, fixed already. I mean, you can't really fix the fact that your phone's too small. Get a bigger phone. South Park's one of the most non-PC shows in history. You've created a game that attracts some, not all, of the worst people in the world. That's... Why do you have a bunch of SJWs managing your Discord? Do you think that Trey and Matt are terrible people? Do you think that Trey Parker and Matt Stone are terrible people because they make South Park? You think everybody that makes South Park is a terrible person, and everybody who makes anything that deals with the IP is a terrible person, and so that everybody that plays it also has the right to be a terrible person? And you think that just because the South Park IP has a penchant for being offensive and maybe, pushing that line, they still have censors. They still have the FCC to hold to what's the word I'm looking for, to, you know, to adhere to. And so, and on Discord, they have Discord rules to adhere to. So there are some things that if you're doing it on Discord, you'll get banned. It's not a question. It's not a question of etiquette or a question of, oh, maybe you should have given him a warning. No, you'll get banned if you're doing that kind of stuff on an official server of a game studio or a game or anything like that. You'll be banned for certain things. Stuff like racism, stuff like certain things. It's an instant ban. It will be without a question. Now, if you're harassing other people, you're talking shit to other people, stuff like that is where it starts to become subjective. There's objective things that are like, absolutely, if you're impersonating Red Link's people on Discord, you are gone. If you're trying to get people's account information through Discord, you're fucking gone. If you're harassing people or not using the channels as you're supposed to, you're gone. Like, there's 10,000 some people in a Discord channel. The one person fucking up doesn't get so much of the benefit of the doubt that he's continued to allow to do it because, oh, Trey and Matt wouldn't have banned him. No, this is not an argument. There's no logic to this. Just because there's the IP that you're using, or just because they say fuck in the game, doesn't mean that you could just go onto the Discord and say fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck this guy, and fuck the other guy. Like, no, you can't just be a fucking asshole and get away with calling people cunts and shit just because, like, that's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's just, there's no logic to that at all. SJW sounds like someone's disappointed they can't post whatever racist nonsense they want in Discord. Exactly. Discord is not RL, is not South Park, different rules. Exactly. But yay for server said. Why super fart affects chaos hamsters? Someone else is with you. Definitely shouldn't. That's known to be an issue. Yeah, you don't get to abandon TOS rules because it's South Park. Because it's a valid question. Banning people off Discord because they say stuff that's used in the game just annoys everyone. They don't say the F word in the game, do they? You're not getting banned because you say fuck. Like, what are you talking about? And it's not, and you don't get banned on the Discord because you're just swearing. Like, it's gotta be consistent, it's gotta be targeted at somebody. If you just say, oh, this is retarded, then you're not gonna get banned. But if you call someone the F word, you're probably gonna get banned. You might call the one person the F word that doesn't care. Nobody that cares might see it. Maybe the mod that sees it thinks it's all in good fun. Maybe you get away with it. But anybody who's worth their salt as a moderator would instantly ban you for something like that in an official server. Now, this doesn't count if you're talking about my team server, your team server, your Discord server. Discord, for all intents and purposes, is the Wild West, unless it's an official fucking purple checkmark server. Then they have to create something in that. Exactly, the fart gobbler. You call me a fart gobbler all day long, I don't care. They have to create a community that is welcoming and that people would want to be in. Why would I fucking want to be in that Discord if it's just nothing but people calling free-to-play whales cocksuckers all day? Nobody, what the fuck? You realize that 90% of the game doesn't give a fuck about us, or doesn't give a fuck about you or what your team does, or doesn't give a fuck about anybody in gold because they're in fucking silver. Those teams don't matter. And to us, or like to them, those teams don't matter. So what free-to-play whales is doing, going 48 and people talking shit on Discord, those people don't give a fuck. So they're probably just gonna leave the Discord because, like, this isn't important. I asked the question about, you know, why can't I beat level 15 on PvE, and why does Cartman always spawn so many fucking rats on me, and how can I deal with this? And somebody's just gotta tell them to put Buck in your baby in or something, but nobody's helping them because everybody's preoccupied talking shit or trying to poach somebody or something. Like, it's, of course they would try to stem that shit in the official Discord that should be for talking about the game, supporting the game, enjoying the game, not someone like you who has 5 forum posts every fucking week that are negative. Why the fuck would anyone want you anywhere near their game? You're a game studio. You don't have to take negative comments from some fucking nobody constantly, and somebody who has the entitlement that like you expect Toller to respond to you immediately. Like, go fucking insane. Pegs banned me because I'm a creep and no Glanzer. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get stalked. I don't know about you, but I'm bored. Same events with meager rewards. Gotta work for that epic. Another boring challenge mode. Even the big deals offers are more depressing than usual. Yeah, I mean, it's the inevitability of games like this. You cannot support... You can't support a game like this that requires consistent development for years and years and still have new stuff coming out. You know what I mean? Like the reason that they do the same events and stuff is because it doesn't take them any time to do that. It takes them a little bit of thought, like, oh, what cards are we gonna put in? But otherwise, the framework is there, and they can focus on new cards, bug fixes, new features going on. But as far as new events and stuff, I mean, they have the mission events. That was fairly recent. But I agree there needs to be something else. There needs to be like a new mode, like challenge mode, PvP, PvE, maybe somehow reinvigorate PvE. I would love to see some daily, like one daily mission where every day, one of the PvE missions is set back to 0. And on that day, you can get it back up to 15 or whatever it is, but there's something different about it. Those enemies have double health. Those enemies, every enemy spawns with a shield. Maybe all of your teammates, all of your people die slowly. When you put them out, they start to die right away, so you can't just stack gizmos or something. You could do, Destiny did something like this where every day you could replay the story missions with some sort of multiplier or some sort of change. Like your melee attacks do more damage, or you can't see and you don't have a HUD, or you can't see enemies on the screen, or it's pitch black in some areas, or whatever the fucking thing might be. You could do something like that, open up PvE mode, give people the chance to play PvE mode again, because a lot of people haven't played it in years. And that would be great, and it wouldn't take them a lot of work. All they'd have to do is come up with 5 or 6 different things to start. You can cycle those 5 or 6 things. You know, everybody starts with a shield. You know, everybody is 1 level higher than they were before. Maybe everybody in your deck is only level 3, like you can't get higher levels or something. They could do all sorts of shit like that. And then as they're cycling those 5, they could come up with other ones, like, oh hey, new mission today, check us out on Twitter to describe it or something. You know, they have a lot of different things that they can do, but I really think that they don't have anybody working on the game that truly is motivated to do good with it anymore, and so everybody's just kind of going through the motions, which is unfortunate. And did PvP a long time ago, and it's dead area for me. Yeah, there's no reason to go. Like, why would you go back? Every once in a while, go back to maybe test a card, you know, just to see what it looks like. You know, if you get a brand new card, you want to just kind of look at it. But even then, you can just play it in the weekend event at max level, pretty much. So yeah, they're missing out on some things that they could have for sure. This comment I can totally relate. I'm on a gold team. We finished first 8 weeks in a row. I had 114 all 8 weeks. I got 0 legendary cards. That's just bad luck. 40% chance, bad luck. Following week, we dropped to 4th place. Hey, Kinsu, thanks for the biddies. The Satan event, I was first in my team with like triple the amount of points needed to finish, and I got 0 Satans. So you think the points you get should change how many stuff? That's stupid. That's some like weird entitlement that people have. Meanwhile, people on my team who only got to the first individual reward got Satan. This random shit needs to be replaced with performance-based rewards. You don't want that. Holy shit, dude. You don't want that. You want like you want your rewards to be tailored based on how well you did in your team. The top 10 get better rewards than the bottom 20 get better rewards than them. Oh my god, are you fucking stoned? You want that kind of fighting? Imagine being number 11 on that team. Imagine being the guy who comes in 11th, and the guy that was 10th beat him the game before on PvP. He's the one who beat him. You don't want to fuck, and if he would have won, he would have got more points. You don't, and the other guy wasn't even running event points anymore. Like, you don't fucking want that. I promise you. You do not want the amount of rewards you get per event to be dictated based on how many fucking points you want. Because I promise, Juno Reactor, once that changes, you will not be first on your fucking team anymore. I promise you, there are more no-lifers that will do it better, harder, and faster than you ever could. Promise you that. As soon as that dude starts losing at that shit, yeah, exactly. He's gonna be like, well, fuck, man, this was a good idea until I realized that I don't play this game as much as I thought I did, and everybody else on my team gets more fucking points than me when the points actually matter. Really? Space Pilot Bradley weekend? That will never get old. I mean, like, there's two people. There's the people who get mad that Space Pilot Bradley will be everywhere, and then there's the people who get happy because they get to play Space Pilot. Why don't you just play fucking Space Pilot? Can you not deal with it? You know there's gonna be Space Pilot. The Space Pilots that you gotta be fucking scared of the ones that you don't have any fucking idea that they're gonna come. When he puts a sexy on Randy out and all of a sudden he uses his ability and you get stunned because he played the Space Pilot right when he used the ability, and all of a sudden you're stunned, weren't expecting it, and you get fucked. That's what you gotta be looking out for. When you know the Space Pilot Bradley's gonna come, just put Aerostorm in and kill everybody that he boosts. Put Labard in and kill everybody that he boosts. Duh! My favorite South Park kid is Kyle too. He's such a sweet kid. Funny. Wow, can't believe my opinion struck a nerve and got deleted. I wonder what you said. All I was saying is I don't play the game anymore as it's become primarily aimed at free-to-play players. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's become nothing but casual. Nothing but casual. You don't have to fucking spend any money to have a full deck right now of level 4 legends if you've been playing the whole time. What potential at a legend a week? Potential at 2 legends every month? Potential 15% legend every event? Multiple, like a mode where you can grind challenge mode and get a 10% shot at a legend as much as you can play? Like, I'm sure that costs 50 cash every time, but that's nothing. That's nothing. In the scope of how much stuff costs in this game, that's nothing. So, I don't think it's gotten worse. If anything, it's gotten better for free to play because nobody gets more. I don't get more rewards being a pay to win top rank player, because I get the same rewards as a free-to-play just started player in events. So how are you saying that it's more geared to me when they changed the shit that benefited me? What? I don't even care. Fuck. If you stopped playing a year ago, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I don't know what he's saying. Hi, I've seen you in the forums, Birdman. Nice to hear from you. Oh, he didn't copy. I hate this. I hate it when people talk back and forth. I hate that. What? Okay, he's saying it's the same schedule week after week after week. So you get like one game that does it differently and you think that that's like, oh, South Park is doing it stupidly. Every other fucking game that I play does everything the exact same fucking way, except it's much more predatory because not only can you pay money to upgrade your cards, you can pay money to upgrade your equipment, you can pay money to upgrade your character. There's 7 different characters to upgrade, mind you. Each character has 7 spells that you can upgrade. And you're gonna tell me that fucking South Park is worse? When this Dokkan game, when you buy 2 summons, get a 3rd free? Okay, cool. You probably need 16 times the amount of fucking summons. So what does that matter? Could they do could South Park have better packs, like pick your own packs? For sure. For sure. They could do things better, but they do things very well. Very well. For Dokkan, save free stones and then enjoy the summons during the event. What? And you can't enjoy cards in card events if you have them boosted? Like, what are you talking about? And once again, spend ages earning a PvP pack. Apparently, people with level 5 legendaries and level 25 new kids are sitting 7,300 because the season just reset a week ago! And defeat superhero tasks. What's the point when everybody plays the same generic rubbish and no superheroes in sight? Well, the point of those ones are to get you to skip it. Wait, the guy was complaining about his comment being banned when it was all about praising a different game. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that makes sense, right? I would do that. Is that, would you say that that's bad to do that? I mean, in your own forum, that's, in my opinion, that's off topic, right? And off topic is a completely reasonable reason. Like, I don't know if you guys are in many forums. I'm talking about legitimate forums, like really, really well moderated Reddit Reddit subreddits, or like a legitimate forum like this. If it's well moderated, it is insane. Like, it's insane. Every post you put, someone will be like, oh, hey, this should go there, or this should go here. I'm deleting this post because this one exists already. You should really search for other things first. Like, you get punished in so many different ways for doing stuff. Don't necro this post. Like, if there's a dead post and it hasn't been touched in 2 years, don't repost a comment to it. Like, that's like forum etiquette. Don't necro posts, bro. Don't double post. Don't put two. Where's it at? Somebody did it earlier. Don't put two posts right after the other. That's like bad forum etiquette. So there's some things that these people do that's just easy banning for anybody that knows what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. People get so mad if you mod their stuff, but it's like, bro, you don't have a say in this, and this isn't a free speech thing. This isn't a transparency thing. I have 100% control over what is in my forum, and in my case, what is on my Twitch, what's on my Twitch chat. I can delete anything if I don't like what you're saying. If you have the right app, you can still see it, so I can't prevent you from reading it. But for the layman who don't know how to do stuff like that, if somebody says something that I don't want them to see for whatever reason, maybe it's talking shit about the game I'm playing, maybe it's telling me what I should stream that I don't want to fucking talk about it, maybe they bring up another streamer, which is quite literally the only fucking rule in my channel. And then if you get mad at that, if you get mad at me because you mentioned somebody else and I deleted your comment just because you don't post to someone else's stream in someone else's stream. You just don't do it unless they asked for it or something, right? Like, there's stuff like that that's just like a no-go. It's a no-go. And for you to get mad, like, I have one rule in my chat, and for somebody to get mad at me enforcing that one rule is just ridiculous. You can say whatever the fuck else you want. I don't give a fuck. Exactly. Like, there's certain situations where it's fine. Like, if it's somebody that I know, no big deal. If it's somebody that I would support myself, no big deal. But if it doesn't happen to me very often, mind you, because we play South Park and I know everybody. But if I'm playing fucking Fortnite and somebody pops in and is like, oh, hey, this is a pretty great stream. You know what else is a great stream? This one. You should check this one out. He's doing a giveaway for $40,000. You should go check it out. Like, what an asshole. That's the same people that go to other teams and they're like, hey man, I see that you lost your last 5 team wars. Are you tired of being on a team that sucks balls? Come check out Coon Legends. No, it wasn't Coon Legends. Coon Legends pretty good. Hey guys, if you like this stream, you're gonna love Glanzer's stream. He's live right now, you son of a bitch. Oh, and I know I'm a mod too, and my god, people are such little assholes. I literally got harassed for 2 weeks because someone got pissed off I deleted shit. Oh yeah. Oh, this is a family show. Just remember that. If I delete something, it just wasn't a family show. That's it. That's all you gotta know. All you gotta think about. I have a gaping asshole fetish. That's funny. That's kind of two-sided, because not only are you calling me a gaping asshole, I love that quote. You can't hate that quote. Who wants a 12-inch cock in their pants at all times? Are you kidding me? Who would want that? Who would want it? You gotta duct tape it to the side of your leg when you go on dates because you're worried about what'll happen if she's really, really sexy. And then she opens the door, she's a smoke show, and you kick her in the face. It's a hassle. Why would you want it? Your pants don't fit right. You got to get athletic build pants even though you're really skinny because your big fat cock fills it out. Who would want that? You wouldn't want that in you? Exactly. Exactly. Nobody wants to fuck a Pringles can. They're fucking beer bottles. The little end of a beer bottle. They don't use the back end. Come on, people. It's common sense. Quit buying big dicks on the internet. Quit pumping your cock, guys. Quit it. This is just fine. We don't need this. What is going on? I don't know. Speak for yourself. Everybody knows Warpblade has a gaping asshole. Speaking of gaping asshole fetishes, if you want to check out a stream, check out Warpblade TV. Just kidding, buddy. How do I explain to the kids why Daddy is laughing? Sharpies. Sharpies. That's it. Glanzer Gaming, gaping asshole. Glanzer Gaming. Oh, Glanzer Gaming, gaping. Glanzer Gaming, gaping genitals gang. See, the genitals, I'd have to say genitals. Genitals. Glanzer Gaming, gaping genitals. That alliteration fucks me up. Goddamn G's! Goddamn giraffes. Jalopying generously. Japs. New team name? Glanzer Gaming, no giant cocks allowed. Oh, I like that tagline. No huge cocks. Leave your huge cock at the door. It should make a 6 inches or less team. Okay, well, that does it for the South Park Phone Destroyer weekly update. No BBCs allowed. No BBCs. Micro peens, good enough for me. M and P's, the choice for me. Micro peens, the choice for me. That's why I'm here, Tiny Ding Dong. Well, that's why you made a raptor robot, because raptors notoriously have huge cocks. So that's on Jurassic Park 2.5. Special features. How do you think they made the eggs? They're hermaphrodites. They got big old cocks. You need a little bit of higher standards, sir. What? I have a cup with my fucking face on it. What kind of standards do you think I have? Are you kidding me? The closest thing to me right now is a bottle of a vino. And you think that I have standards? All right, that does it for this stream. We're gonna do the Coon gift card, or not gift card. We're gonna do the Coon card giveaway. So stick around for that if you haven't joined Terrible in chat to enter. But thanks for hanging out. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll catch you with a new Buckethead versus tomorrow. This one's gonna be versus Delicious Purplicious with a little story time at the end. So make sure you stop by for that. We're gonna jump into the giveaway. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Hour 50 minutes. Peace out.